Alright, so we got to put back together. Now, here's the thing. A lot of when you're talking about guns, it comes to price point. Now, again, I pretty much went over everything I think there's to really go through with this gun. And again, ended up doing some custom stuff as well, obviously. But price point on these are around $400 to $450, again, completely depending on what model you get. Now, for me, I wanted to do a themed version, obviously. And for me, this one I think runs about $510 or so. Again, the other ones only run a little over $4. I ended up actually getting this gun though for $420 because it was I ended up auction wise I just got a great price on it. And then there was $50 for shipping and FFL fee, so no taxes. So that kind of pretty much counteracts taxes and whatnot. So I got $470 is what I actually paid for the gun. Again, with the stock stuff. So, what I'm going to say is right off the back, that's a great price. And again, if I would have got one of the more basic, simpler models, which stores will sell much higher, I'm just going to put that FYI, should obviously support a local store. Hopefully you do. But if you're like me and you only got like Cabela's, which I don't want to completely diss on them, but most of the people that work behind the desk don't know what the heck they're doing, and the prices are on the somewhat higher side. If a gun's cosmetically messed up, you can get it dirty cheap. But otherwise, besides that, it's just, half the times I don't really like going to Cabela's and whatnot. So anyways, support your local gun stores if you have them. But again, being a buyer, we like to get things cheap. So, if you can, buy one online like I did. And it's just kind of one of those things. So anyways, you guys can decide. But so about $470, $450 is what we're going to go with for the gun. That price is utterly amazing. You can really not beat it. And again, with the only issue being the whole the rear plate, that might have been some factory grease built up in there. And actually, to fix that, I just took a 223 cleaner and I shoved it in there and around, and then with that I ended up just putting a cleaning cloth through it and worked just like new. So, and as well, I haven't had that issue at all since. So, besides those issues, I think it's a great gun. Now, here's the fact: you're gonna buy these, and you're probably, unless you get a hold of the gun at a shop, you're probably gonna realize how much you hate these wood grips. So this is kind of the other part of it. You're probably gonna spend a good $20, $30 on grips, possibly more, really depending on what you like. Some people do like. And the one thing I'm going to put out, these bulge a little bit more. They are the more a little bit slim-lined versions. Then you can get the like the Hogue that have the grips and whatnot. There's a lot of different versions, but probably countering that you're probably going to buy different grips. Now, with that being said, there are some cool versions that are still relatively inexpensive with different triggers. Again, I'm going to assume more or less just look-wise, cosmetic. I'm assuming that they don't have adjustable triggers like this Wilson's adjustable for the trigger pull. They have cool hammers. I do not think I've seen anything for the compensators. But they got some cool, and different sights and whatnot. They got some cool options out there. I think the price point is great on it. I'm not going to argue with that at all. Now, for my personal wise, I'm still going to say it's an amazing gun because, again, what I did is got the gun for $470. And then, what I ended up doing, obviously buying this trigger, which was $35, and then the compensator, which was $40. Okay? So that puts me up to about, the grips. That put me up to about $595. Then, I ended up sending the compensator, the trigger, and whatnot, and the screws in to get nickel plated. That, if I remember right, after I shipped it there, got them shipped back, is about $25. Is that expensive? Yes, but hell, $10 is just in shipping alone. And as well, for the fact I don't have to do it, it's actually pretty inexpensive. So altogether, I got about $620 into here. That's, to me, an amazing deal. For something that shoots this well, and as well for accuracy-wise, I already have those videos out. At 50 yards, it can do a good 75+% accuracy at will. That's pretty damn good with a 1911, 45 and whatnot. So besides that, pretty good. And only, again, 620. I think you have a very, very nice, very, very cool pistol, which if you would have went with a Remington or a Colt, this would easily cost you more than $1,000. So, and magazine that it comes with, again, I will say this, I do not care for it the most. It has that extension on it. I'm not the biggest fan of that. I don't necessarily hate it either. I prefer a matching mag. That's just me. Now here's the other thing. You decide to end up swapping this stuff out. For one, if I really wanted to, I could Duracoat these. Or I could sell them with the aspect of, oh, and if you want, I can Duracoat them. I have blah, blah, colors available. And then you can obviously sell this trigger and this thing, and you can probably make at least 15 to 20 bucks. At least. Because again, being a standard, nickel trigger, if somebody's building one, this might be more handy than not, but it's just kind of random stuff. So there's some kind of neat parts to it. But besides that, all in all, great gun for the money. Now, one last thing that I kind of will add to this is you do get what you pay for a little bit, I will say. Again, the cosmetic defect. Not the biggest fan of it. It is very small, and where it's at, it's pretty unnoticeable. But if you're looking for self-defense and all that stuff, why would you want to carry a 1911 is kind of beyond me again, because of the round count. But you probably want to go with something better, quality-wise. If you're looking for a recreational shoot to have fun with gun, this is probably more ideal for you. Again, I have not had any real cycle problems, anything like that with it, but in the pure aspect of self-defense, I would suggest quality. You might get mad at me for saying that, but that's the truth. And I'll kind of leave that for the carry, all that stuff, but it's a very fun gun to shoot. It's a very interesting, neat gun to shoot. Get a lot of attention, and it's just one of those things that's a lot of fun. So, and I guess besides that, again, as I kind of mentioned before, they have the compact versions, the tacticalized versions. They have it in, I believe, 38, 9, and 45. So there's a lot of options for the buyer. They have a lot of things going for them in many aspects. So if you're interested, keep your eyes open, gun broker, all that stuff. I think it's something that will probably go up in value. Again, I think they're made great. Not something that I'd necessarily trust my life with, but mainly because these things are fucking heavier than shit. So, anyways, besides that, thanks for watching. Feel free to sub, comment, like, all that stuff below, guys. And yeah, once again, thanks for watching.